Hello everyone, myself Vinit Kumar Vasisht from Kite Group of Institution Ghaziabad. Today we discuss the topic of theory of solar cells. So these are the contents which one is covered in today's lecture. Introduction, principle of solar cells, construction, working, types, generation of solar cells, advantage and disadvantage and application of the solar cells. So firstly introduction. Solar cell basically is a photovoltaic device that converts light energy into the electrical energy. And this principle basically solar cell working on is called as the photovoltaic effect, and the device solar cells is also known as the photovoltaic devices. Basically, the generation of voltage across the PN junction in a semiconductor due to absorption of light radiation is called the photovoltaic effect, and on this principle device is known as the photovoltaic device. Now, principle of solar cells. So basically, solar cells are based on the principles of photovoltaic effect. In the photovoltaic effect, we have to photo generation of charge basically carries according to the light absorbing material as a result of absorption of light radiation. So n-type and p-type junctions are created and absorb the basically light energy, and it converts to electrical energy. So this is the construction of solar cell. Basically, solar cell is consist n-type and p-type semiconductor layers. In these basic layers, two layers, they are a formation of PN junction, and the surface is coated with anti-refraction coating to avoid the loss of incident light energy due to reflection. So basically, proper metal contacts are made for the n-type and p-type side of semiconductor for the electrical connections. Now, working of the solar cell, basically solar panel is exposed to the sunlight and the light energy is absorbed by the semiconductor material. And this basically light energy, due to absorbing light energy, the electrons are liberated to produce the external DC current. And we directly not use the DC current, so DC current is converted into the 240 volt AC current using the inverter for different applications. Now, types of solar cells. Basically, we have the three types of solar cells, that is monocrystalline solar silicon cells, that is polycrystalline silicon cells, amorphous silicon cells. The monocrystalline solar silicon cells are the pure silicon and its efficiency is higher than other ones. Polycrystalline silicon cells basically used as a raw material of the polycrystalline silicon, and it's according to the solidification process, it basically efficiency lies between the monocrystalline and the amorphous silicon solar cells. Now, amorphous silicon was obtaining basically the depositing of silicon films on that substrate like glass plate, and it's basically its thickness is around 1 micron meter. You have to compare with the thickness of the human hair like 50 to 100 micron meter. And this type of the amorphous silicon solar cells efficiency is lesser than the other ones. As a result, basically we have the low power equipment such as watches, calculator, facade elements. So in this type of the applications, we have to use amorphous silicon solar cell. These are the comparison of different types of the solar cells. So according to this, we have to clearly see the efficiency differentiation between different type of the solar silicon cells. So monocrystalline have the higher one, 14 to 70%. 14 to 17%. Polycrystalline silicon solar cell, that is a 13 to 15%. Amorphous silicon cell, that is the 5 to 7%. Now, generation of solar cell. We have to categorize the solar cell generation into three categories: first, second, and third. In the first generation, basically we have to use single junction silicon cells that limited efficiency is 31%. Basically, single crystal silicon efficiency is around 16 to 19%, and best efficiency by the sun is around 22%. In the second generation, we have to use the thin film cells, and this process we have to new materials and poses to the improve the efficiency of the solar cell, and also we have to try the reduce the cost factor. So in thin films cells use about around 1% of the expensive semiconductor compared to the first generation of solar cells, and single crystalline silicon 4.7%, and multi-crystalline silicon is 0.5%, around to the 2007 production criteria. In the single crystalline silicon, we have to around the efficiency 8 to 11%, and multi crystalline we have to use to 7 to 11%. This is the third type of the third generation type, that is the multi junction cells. So enhance poor electrical performance, maintaining very low production cost. Basically, current researchers are targeting the efficiency around the 30 to 60%. In multi junction we have to 30% efficiency, and if we have to running on the no loading condition and we have to demonstrate it purpose, then around the efficiency we have to gain around to 40 to 43%. Now, advantages of the solar cell, basically it's a renewable energy. We have to use it in a conversion manner. It's a renewable factor. Solar cells do not produce noise, and basically it's totally silent. It have no fuel cost or fuel supply problem. It's also have a longer life, and main factor, that is the clean and non polluting. The main factor for the environmental purpose, we have to use clean source and non polluting, and it also requires the less maintenance for the lifespan. Now, disadvantages of the solar cell. Basically, solar cells and solar panels are very expensive compared to the conventional ones, and the energy has not stored in the batteries. Basically, air pollution due to the generation, we have to convert this particular energy into the electrical energy, and we have to run the alternator. So basically, to the running this, we have to pollute the air, and they need large of the land to produce more efficient power supply. So basically, in a solar cell panel, we have to generation solar cell type power plant, we have to basically require the more area to the generator more supply. So basically, sun does not shine consistently, that is it basically dependent on the weather conditions. So in the, if we have the weather condition is rainy, then we have to know get sun radiation on the solar cell. So basically it not convert into the light energy into the electrical energy. So it fully dependent on the weather conditions. Less efficient and costly equipments, if any equipment is decay, then we have to replace the component with higher cost. Then reliability depends on the location, what type of location we have to choose. Now, applications of the solar energy, basically we have to domestic power supply. For the purpose, we have to use solar energy. Electrical power generation in space. Drying application, generally in the drying agriculture products, we have to basically we have to dry the product and use to basically we have to burn out its moisture content, and use for the span life we have to increase in drying applications. Solar pumps are used for the irrigation purpose, water heating, generation, electrical power, to providing electrical power to the satellites. It's main function of the solar energy. So this is from my side. Thank you.